Welcome to the Proficient School channel. Today we're going to revise geography for grade 9. This is a geography practice test. So if you are a parent here, please gather all my grade 9s because today we're going to go through this paper and revise it in preparation for the exams. Welcome to my classroom. I am Sir Rudolph Mathumbu. I am a professional teacher. I hold a degree in education and I am SAYS registered. If you need revision with all CAPS aligned subjects, you are in the right place. Please subscribe for more revisions. If you need private tutoring, please contact me using the contact details provided in the description of this video. Okay, let's get into today's lesson. Okay, we will simply go through the instruction. The instruction says answer all the questions. They say write your responses neat and concise. So they say write your answers on the answer sheet provided. Then it means for this they have provided an answer sheet. Straight away we go to section A. So section A says natural resources are vital for the well-being of our planet and its inhabitants. These resources can be broadly categorized into renewable and non-renewable resources. So, renewable resources such as sunlight, wind, water are continuously replenished by natural processes. In contrast, non-renewable resources like fossil fuels, minerals are finite and take a million years to form. The overexploitation and the unwise use of both types of resources can harm ecosystem and economies. Overfishing the ocean and overgrazing are examples of activities that can have severe environmental consequences. So we go to question number 1. Question 1 says, what are the renewable resources? Provide examples. So, renewable resources are those resources that can be naturally replaced. In a relatively short period. For example, sunlight is renewable. Question 2 says, give 2 examples of non-renewable resources. So 2 examples of non-renewable resources are coal and the other one is iron. These are examples of two resources that cannot be renewed, so they are non-renewable resources. Question 3 says define overexploitation of resources. Overexploitation of resources. So overexploitation of resources refers to the excessive use of resources. So excessive use of resources beyond their natural regeneration rate. So this leads to depletion. It leads to depletion and potential extinction. Okay, so question 4 says give an example of a resource that has been exploited into extinction. So when something is extincted, it means we no longer have it anymore. So they want example of a resource that has been extinct. And the example that we have is that the dodos. Dodo was hunted to extinction. So this is the example. Question 5 says, why is it important to manage our natural resources? So the importance of managing our natural resources. It is important. It is important to manage our resources. It is important to manage our resources wisely to ensure their availability for future generations and prevent ecological imbalances that can harm ecosystem and human societies. Human societies. All right, now we go to section B. Section B says, explain the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources and give 2 examples for each. Okay, we said renewable resources. Renewable resources are replenished naturally. They are replenished naturally and quickly. So they are replenished naturally and quickly. Those are the renewable resources, and these are the examples of renewable resources are your wind, then your sunlight, so these are the examples of renewable resources. So non-renewable resources are resources, these ones are finite, and they take a long time to form. So e.g. coal and oil. So these are your non-renewable resources. Then we go to question 2. Question 2 says, discuss the process of overgrazing and its impact to ecosystem. So overgrazing is excessive livestock grazing on a piece of land, depleting vegetation and causing soil erosion. So this disrupts the ecosystem balance and can and can lead to desertification. So this is the explanation of overgrazing. Livestock grazing on a piece of land, and you deplete vegetation, and this called soil erosion, and soil erosion can lead to ecosystem imbalance, and ecosystem imbalance can lead to desertification. So those are the impacts. All right, question number 4. Question number 4 says, how does overfishing affect marine biodiversity? Give 2 examples of species that have been negatively impacted. Then here we are talking about overfishing. So, all right, the answer is overfishing. Overfishing can lead to declining fish population. A declined fish population or populations, and disrupting the food chain. And disrupting the food chain. For example, the Atlantic cod and a bluefin. The Atlantic cod and bluefin tuna have faced significant population decline. Significant population decline. Okay, section C. Section C, question number 1 says, analyze the potential long-term consequences. Long-term consequences of relying heavily on non-renewable resources for energy regeneration, for energy generation. So this question says that you analyze the potential consequences that we can have in a long time if we heavily rely on non-renewable resources to generate energy. So, okay. Relying heavily on non-renewable resources for energy can lead to resource depletion. A energy security risk. Energy security risk. And environmental pollution. So the long-term consequence could be an energy crisis. If an alternative source are not developed. All right, question 2. Question 2 says, evaluate the economic and environmental advantages of sustainable fishing practice compared to overfishing. Sustainable fishing practices ensure that fish populations are maintained. Preserved, preserving biodiversity and supporting fish industry fish industries. So this approach also prevents economic collapse due to resource depletion. Okay, question 3. Question 3 says, critically discuss 3 strategies that government can implement to promote responsible and balanced use of natural resources. So what are the strategies that the government can implement to promote a responsible and balanced use of natural resources? I think they can promote responsible resource use by implementing strict regulations on resources extraction, investing in renewable energy infrastructure, and promoting education and awareness about sustainable practices among citizens. So yes, that's how we answer this question. The practice test for grade 9's geography practice test. Thanks for watching this video up until this point. It shows that you are serious about your education. Remember, if you want to learn something, repetition is the mother of all learning. So it is very important that you keep on repeating this video until you grasp all the concepts that are explained here. If you feel that there are some things that I didn't cover in this video, please do not hesitate to put it in the comment section.